Hello and welcome to Wigs with Liz. My name's Liz and I wear wigs. I'm really excited today because I've got another amazing natural image wig to show you. Now, you guys know I love my little curly wigs as well as my straight styles, and I'm really excited because I love Elusive Wig from Natural Image. It's one of my favourite little short curly styles, and I've reviewed it in quite a few colours right now. Platinum blonde, I've reviewed it in a gorgeous kind of rich red and a deep chocolate colour. I just love that wig, and I've managed to get it in caramel glow, and I'm so excited because I've got it here to show you now. The wig I'm wearing right now is called Claire, and this is a wig by Natural Wigs. I reviewed this in the last video, and it's in gorgeous chestnut, which I love. So if you're liking this wig I'm wearing, you want to know more about it, just check it out in the wig reviews. It's just a really gorgeous wig. But today it's all about Elusive. So I love natural image wigs anyway. You know, I feel they are very natural and they give you a nice image. So, you know, their branding name is very powerful. And this colour is gorgeous. It's a rooted, kind of rich caramel colour called Caramel Glow Rooted. And I've got this wig, this colour in Josephine wig already, so I was really excited to get it in this colour. It's been out of stock for a long time and I've managed to get it, and it's come, and I'm like, oh my goodness me. So when you get this wig, it comes in a box like this, and I've just literally got a marker pen, the label, and wrote on what it is. So Elusive Caramel Glow Rooted, and it's gorgeous. So the first thing I love about the natural image wigs, they feel very nice. You know, they've got lots of breathable wefting front and back. You know, it's a very, very light wig, and it's very comfortable to wear. You know, I've sewn 2 wig clips in the front there. That's all it needs. And it's got the Velcro style adjusters at the back, which means you can make them looser or tighter to suit your head. But look at this. Wow. Look at this colour. Gorgeous. Absolutely stunning. Great colour for summer. You know, it's just really, really pretty. This wig is amazing. Anyway, I love Elusive. It's one of my favourite curly wigs. I do wear it a lot, and I do get compliments when I'm out and about. You know, people do feel that this is a very natural wig. You know, they're all natural wigs. But, you know, when I wear this one, people always kind of say, I love your hair. And, you know, they're very surprised when I say it's a wig because of how natural it looks. So I'm really excited to wear this one and see what reactions out there I get as well. So you can see the rooting of the wig going all the way through the wig. You can see the definition of the curl. It's very, very pretty. It's got a nice long bang, so it's very easy to wear. And it's just got a really natural curl, you know, but it's very, very pretty. I love it. So I'm going to take off this one I've got on. I love this one. And the thing is, when I'm wearing a wig, you know, I don't want to take it off. I'm enjoying it so much, you know, I don't want to take it off. And, you know, I keep wearing this little blue top at the moment because it shows off the colours really well. It shows off the colours really well. So let's get Elusive on then in Caramel Glow. So when you're putting a wig on, you just get your hands at the back, your thumbs where the label is. You're going to put the top of the wig about there, put your head into the wig, use the side tabs to adjust the wig and get it on straight, and then pull the wig up to your hairline. Now I will clip it in. I've sewn 2 wig clips into this. It's an average size cap. It's very easy and comfortable to wear. The ear tabs are very comfortable. The only time I've ever had trouble with ear tabs on wigs is when I've bought cheap ones from Amazon, because a lot of them are one size fits all, so they're a bigger cap. And for me, you know, I'm an average size, so if it comes a bit on the large side, I'm going to struggle with it coming over my ears. So I've kind of gone through a lot of trial and error with Amazon wigs. I still like reviewing and trying Amazon wigs every now and again, but I feel it's more cost effective to buy these high-end wigs, and that's what I'm doing. So I've put my hair into a little bun at the back, and I've put a little bobble on the top as well, just because my own natural hair is growing right now. And it's at that phase where, or that stage where it's sticking out of the wig. So I've got to make sure it's, you know, as back as it can possibly be to pull off the wigs I'm wearing. So let's get Elusive on then. So Elusive in this gorgeous, oh my goodness me, colour, Caramel Glow Rooted. So I'm just pushing in all my hair. So even without me lifting it up, you can see it's not a lace front wig, but it doesn't need to be because of the routine, and it's just so natural. So I'm going to lift it up to my natural hairline, and I'm going to clip it in. So, you know, the thing I love about Elusive is you don't have to do anything. Look at that. I haven't done anything to it at all. I've just put it on. That's it. Okay, and I could go out right now like this. But I am going to just spend a little bit of time just getting the fringe, you know, kind of up a little bit, getting this bang up a little bit just to give it a little bit of body and height. Now, you know, you could shape this and make it more bigger, but, you know, I kind of like it the way it is. You know, I just love it the way it is like this. And you can see how natural it is because of this darker root. So even though my hair is naturally dark underneath, it creates the complete illusion that this is my hair. And this wig isn't very expensive. You know, this wig, I think it's £116 or something. It's no more than £120. And I bought this wig from Natural Image Wigs online. Very quick service. You know, it's been on back order for a while, but when it comes in, they're very quick at getting the wigs out to you. You know, if it was in stock, I'd get the wig within 2 days in the UK. So it's very easy to get. And I was introduced to Natural Image Wigs and this particular style of wig, Elusive, when I went into a shop in London called Selfridges. I just went in there and I thought, oh, I'll have a look what they've got. And they've got an Elusive in. And that's the first wig, really, I bought from a shop, Elusive in Chocolate Copper Mist. And now I'm just obsessed with the Elusive wig. And I've bought it in many different colours. So I'm really glad that I've got it in another colour. There is also another blonde I want to get this in. But this is more of a caramel. It's not really a blonde. You could say this is kind of like a dark blonde or a rich caramel, but it's just gorgeous. It reminds me a lot of, you know, a colour that I really like in the Godiva's Secret Wigs, mono wigs, is English Toffee. And it reminds me a lot of that when I'm wearing it as well. So it's very, very pretty. So if I show you with the mirror first of all, look at that. Look how natural it looks. It's a very natural wig. Now you can see why I get compliments when I wear this wig and why people do think it's my own natural hair. And look at the rooting on top. So I'm going to show you a full spin around. But if I show you, look at that for the rooting. Very, very natural. You know, looks so natural even though it's not a lace front wig. Doesn't need to be. In fact, I prefer some of the wigs without a lace front wig. So, you know, it's all trial and error and trying them and seeing what you think. So look at this from the side. Gorgeous. And I love the way the curl is, the way the curl's defined, but it's not over the top. It's just a very natural wig. And, you know, when you've had curly hair, and I'm a naturally curly girl, you're really going to enjoy a style like this because you haven't got to wash it, you haven't got to diffuse it, you haven't got to mess around styling it. It's just so versatile and easy to do. So I keep knocking my legs on the table. It's excitement. So from the side and from the back, I love how it boofs up and it comes into the nape of the neck as well. Very pretty and natural. And from the side here. So, you know, you could easily put a bobby pin in there, you know, to keep it back if you're perhaps going out for a meal or something like that. You could even put a little bit behind your ear to hold it back like that. You know, there's many things you can do. But these wigs are very clever and the hair remembers. So, you know, if you're pushing it over, it's going to remember it. It's going to stay like that. But, you know, whenever I've worn Elusive in whatever colour I've been out in, I've worn it just as it is. I haven't needed to put clips in or do anything with it, and it's felt very nice on my head. It hasn't annoyed me in any way. You know, it's just a really, really pretty, lovely style, and I'm just so grateful that I've managed to get it in this gorgeous caramel glow, you know, because it has been out of stock for a while. So maybe you prefer this than some of the darker colours. You know, I've reviewed this recently in the platinum and in the red, but if you go to the playlist, you'll find all the other colours that I've reviewed on Elusive. But I think out of all of them, I actually do think that this is one of my favourites because it does give me that kind of, you know, feel of what the colour English Toffee gives me when I wear a Julia. It reminds me a little bit of a curly Julia. You know, obviously Julia wig from Godiva's Secret Wigs is more expensive. You know, it's got a mono piece in as well and it's a lace front. So it's a completely different style of wig. But, you know, when I'm wearing that and this, I do feel very nice in it. Very, very pretty. And, you know, my sister kind of has her hair like this as well. So it reminds me a little bit of my sister when I wear this. You know, I look in the mirror and I think, is it Lisa looking back at me? You know, so it's very pretty as well. So really love this one. Let me know what you think of this in the comments section. And you can get this online pretty much from anywhere. If you just type in Natural Image Wigs, Elusive Wig, and the colour is Caramel Glow Rooted. I hope you've enjoyed this. Have a great day and I'll see you soon.